Since when did God become so uncreative that the only way he can fulfill a prophecy to make you global is to drop you into a locked house built on hypersexuality, voyeurism, and vanity? Think about it. We are living in a country where the line between the church altar and reality television hasn't just been blurred, it has been completely erased. And we are calling it a blessing. This is Big Brother Naija, the price of the lens, day 4. Let's take a look at the facts. This isn't a one-off mistake, it's a pattern. We have seen real-world incidents where prominent churches bring former housemates onto the altar stage during sacred programs. Take for instance when Dorothy Baker was brought out during a Christmas Carol nativity play. Now, this isn't an attack on her or on her career. She's navigating her industry. This is an audit of church leadership. Because tell me, why are holy spaces treating secular reality fame as a crowd puller? Think about the collateral damage of that decision. What about the struggling young man sitting in the pews that night, fighting a silent battle against loss or porn addiction? He goes home after service, searches her name on Instagram, and out of curiosity stumbles directly into a hypersexualized content. The very altar that was supposed to help him find deliverance just handed him the stumbling block. Now, when a church platforms a reality star during a service celebrating its currency, even if it compromises everything you stand for, and if you think that's an isolated event, remember when a church in Warri literally organized a live prayer session for a housemate during the finale week? I think that was 2017, I may be wrong. The congregation gathered in campaign shirts, physically opened a Bible on the altar, placed his campaign flyer inside of it, and prayed for God to grant him victory in the house. Think about that sheer spiritual dissonance of that moment. We have spiritualized a literal shortcut. There was another highly publicized case where a pastor prophesied to a member that she would become a globally known person, better still. And it happened, but it happened because she went on to Big Brother. And that's where we need to stop and ask the hard questions. If God says you are going to be global, why would the fulfillment of that promise require you to walk through a house built on public immorality? By the way, this is no shade to the pastor, to the church, or to anyone. This is just us having a conversation and just trying to grapple with our reality. Simple. Whatever happened to becoming global through mastery, through intellect, through building an undeniable skill, a groundbreaking business, or an exceptional craft? How can we, as Christians, look at a surveillance experiment and say, yes, this is the pinnacle of God's imagination for my life? It's when did a television show become one of the benchmarks for divine elevation? Once the church begins to validate shortcuts like this, it stops transforming the culture and it becomes a consumer of it. I might be crazy, you might be crazy, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.